could say to this thing over and over.
Yeah, and then that's a good one.
And that thing was like running like that?
You know, at one point, yeah, it was running like that. So it's kind of crazy.
You know, back in the shop was like, oh yeah, we can weld this puppy up.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Randy Pobst, and I'm in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin at Throttlestop. And before me is a 1959 Ariel Square Four Mark II. This bike is one of my lifelong dream bikes because it has an incredibly unique engine. It's a 997cc, think of it as a leader bike from the 50s, four-cylinder that is basically two upright vertical air-cooled twins, overhead valve, co-joined at the hip by gears and counter-rotating. This marvel of ingenuity makes about 40 horsepower and will do the ton, as the British say. In other words, it'll go 100 miles an hour. It was a very modern bike in its day. Regular motorcycle forks that we're used to were still a new thing in the 50s. At the back, they had suspension, not a hardtail, plunger style that Ariel used from about 1959 all the way back to 1939. It is believed that this Ariel Square Four Mark II was the very last one imported. Throttlestop makes dreams come true, and they're making my dreams come true today with this Ariel. I get to ride this thing around the Kettle Moraine in the Elkhart Lake area of central Wisconsin. Let's take this out on the road. Let's find out what a leader bike felt like in 1959. Yeah, buddy. Really is like living a dream, just being on this bike. Smooth, really unique exhaust note. The four-cylinder that rumbles more like it's a V. I don't know, it's got a unique, friendly rumble. Sounds like more than a four-cylinder, actually. That's one thing I'd say. Let's take a look at this Ariel Square Four Mark II in a little bit more detail. In its day, this was a big, powerful, luxury motorcycle. In the Mark II, the latest and greatest version of the Ariel Square Four, they molded the headlight in. This was a popular styling element in the day, a nacelle with kind of a dashboard. It included an ammeter, a Smith's chronometer type speedometer, which is a wonderful thing to watch work while you're riding because it doesn't sweep, it kind of clicks. The star of the show, the Ariel Square Four engine, designed by Edward Turner in the 20s. It's two twins, like you know the Triumph 650 Bonneville or something. It's like having two 500s twins right in front of each other. Well, the rear cylinders didn't get as much air. They tended to run hotter. And this is something that Ariel developed better and better with each version. This is the ultimate version. It has an aluminum head instead of cast iron, aluminum cylinders instead of cast iron, and dual pipes that get the rear exhaust out of the head sooner to help run cooler, all of it. Like it's comfortable. The kickstart was advertised as being so easy that a kid could do it. There's even a commercial showing a bunch of kids come out of school, kickstarting aerials, and out of 50, only 2 of them couldn't pull it off. I enjoyed kickstarting it. It takes a pretty good leg. You got to get your weight into it, but it fires right up because you got 4 cylinders pulling through 1 carburetor. Good intake velocity, good atomization of the fuel. Drives a rear wheel and has a unique sound coming out of these chrome pipes on both sides, unlike any other bike you're ever going to see. It's a 4-speed, which was a big deal in the day. If you had the best bikes, you had 4 gears, not 3 or even 2. There's a distributor here that looks just like one on a car. I just think that's kind of cool. Degrees today in central Wisconsin. Perfect day for a hot bike on a hot ride. I got to thank Throttlestop for giving me the opportunity of riding a motorcycle that is so rare and in such beautiful condition. I never thought I'd get that opportunity. Join me at throttlestop.com.